We're live. Hey.
What's up? Let's see.
We're live on Facebook. What's up, y'all? Welcome to our Millennial Day. We hope you guys are doing well. Do us a favor and share as much as you can. We are on with some of our millennials. And please share if possible. I know it's Friday night at 8 o'clock. Y'all ain't doing nothing because everything's closed right now because of quarantine.
Excuses.
Because the quarantine. I'm looking real bushy because I haven't got my hair cut. Yo, I'm telling you, the most packed place when this thing is over are the nail salons, the barbershops, and them hair shops.
I can't wait.
Right. Y'all tired of doing your hair?
Trying to get an afro. Pretty much.
Look, my holds on, yo.
Wait, what happened?
Pay attention, Kevin.
I'm sorry, I was getting my phone right.
No, you were too busy listening to stuff. We heard that in the background, whatever you was playing. All right, so we're on sharing. Yeah, do me a favor. Y'all go on y'all Facebook and share it too individually.
Right now. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah. So as everybody's sharing, Jody is in the comments. Jody Ann McIntosh is on the comments.
Hey, Jody.
I'm not sleeping that well.
Jody Joe.
Yeah, stop. So let me introduce everybody. Y'all on Facebook, do us a favor and share this. We're trying this out, see if it works. Millennial Moments. This is some of our Fresh crew. The Fresh is our ministry here at Bethany, the Transformation Church. For our millennials, I am not a millennial. I'm 38 years old. No, I'm not. I'm 38. I'm a mixture. I'm a Gen X millennial, raised by boomers and all that good stuff like that. I'm Pastor Nick, and let's go around. And Sister Maya over there with the Medea glasses on. Oh, it's Friday night. She got the old glasses on, but they're stylish. I like them. They're cool.
Thank you.
So Maya's on. Maya is our social media person. I can see myself behind your camera too. Yeah. Practicing social distance. Maya is our social media person here. Say hi, Maya.
Hi, everybody.
Of course, up top we have Sister Kimmy. Kimmy. She does graphic design and a bunch of other stuff. And then to our left we have Deacon Antoine McGee. Does our sound. You hear us talk trash about him a lot online. Right. Right in the middle is Brother Kevin Johnson. He is the guy that brings us pretzels all the time.
Telling you, if you need some pretzel tray, just holler at me.
Right. Yes. Have you had any pretzels since the quarantine?
No.
I'm gonna need you to discussion. You see, you all.
I'm commenting on the live right now. I want to say active to everybody.
Whatever. and Madame Bougie herself. Sister Shania. How you doing, Shania?
Hi.
You okay? All right. So y'all do us a favor again, share with everybody. Oh, we actually have people on watching.
Yes, Stephanie's here, Andrea, Jay. A lot of people tuning in. Hey guys.
Justice is on here.
Justice is on.
Yeah.
Jamili,
what's up, y'all? Shout us out in the comments. That's why I saw the private. I was on the private comment page.
Andrea.
What's up? Even if you're not a millennial is someone who is under the age of 30, 38, 37, because I'm not a millennial, 37 years old.
How that works.
I don't claim it.
What's up, Kareem?
What's up, Kareem? Under our millennial group. So we're going to come in, we're going to have some fun, we're going to talk trash. As you can see, we're socially distancing from each other. Everybody's at their house except Maya and myself are at the church, and you can see me behind on the camera right there. And right. And we're just on talking Gonna talk some trash to each other like we always do. We're gonna show y'all how when Fresh gets together, how we meet. And we're gonna talk about this quarantine thing from a millennial standpoint and younger, and kind of share about some things. We're gonna crack jokes on each other. They're gonna crack jokes on me too, and I'm not gonna be upset. It's okay because we're gonna have fun. I'm gonna crack and y'all gonna crack. We're gonna be ourselves tonight, so y'all loosen up and let's get down and talking. So, how y'all doing? Anything y'all want to talk about first?
Let's talk about the fact that my sleep pattern is jacked up.
Yes, please. Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on.
Terrible.
Staying up way too late.
Way too late.
Definitely.
My daughter's been waking up at 6 something in the morning. I'm like, girl. She was waking up at 8, 9 o'clock. I'm like, girl.
I'm in my second dream by 6 o'clock in the morning.
I've never heard that.
Keeping it real.
Sorry.
Literally yesterday, I was like, today's Saturday. Yo, my days are all off. I don't
Yeah,
know
that
what day is from day to day.
Yeah.
What's up, Joe? I'm tired of like, first part of me is like, okay with a little bit of respite from my normal life, but I feel like I'm working harder now than I was before.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
And I'm
Definitely
tired.
agree with that.
I'm tired. And then I have allergies like some of y'all do. And every little cough, cold, sneeze, you take your temperature, corona. I got corona. Look, I'm on Google, corona.
MedMD.
Pretty much.
Taking biting like crazy. Yeah.
It's true. My throat was scratchy. Corona. I was like, no. It's like everything.
I was talking to somebody earlier today because I was telling them, I was like, yeah, I woke up with a headache the other day. And then, when you just start looking up symptoms, you want the symptoms to be yours. You'd be like, yeah, I do have that. I have that. And you don't have none of it. Like,
check.
the heat is up. Like, that's why you're hot, because you have the heat.
Right.
It's crazy.
Right.
Hey,
I got a cold. That's normal around this time.
Right.
You're going to get a cold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
right.
The weather change. Yeah. And the weather's so fickle.
Yeah. It was like 7 degrees a couple of days ago. It's back to
now
winter
it's
now.
cold outside.
Yeah. And I know some of y'all people watching online, y'all was a little nervous too. As soon as you start sneezing, scratching your throat, stuff like that, you call your doctor. I'm short of breath. You have asthma.
Right.
Always like
you had this your whole life. Now you just want to have problems with it.
Yeah.
Shoot. I mean, I get it though. People are this would be a good place to start. People are honestly concerned about having the virus. I think because they can't nail down specific things, because most people's stories are different. So some people, they have the fever, some people don't. I was reading about one guy. He didn't have a fever. He wasn't nauseous. His back was hurting for a little bit. The only thing he had was momentary loss of taste and momentary loss of smell.
Right.
And that was the only thing. So people are, are nervous. They say you got a headache, you might have it. You had this, you might have it. Short of breath, you got that.
Right.
It's up in the air. So how do y'all feel? Because a lot of young people, when these things happen, they may not take it as seriously. Because you're like, I got the rest of life ahead of me. I'm good. So how are y'all mental states holding up during this time?
I think for me, it really put things in perspective where like I'm not invincible. I think starting out in the beginning, I was like, oh, okay, it's not going to come over here. But now that I'm seeing that more people my age are getting it and, are passing, like that's scary to me.
Yeah. Right.
I think for me, I think just being stuck inside, like now it's been like officially a month, and like I'm usually a homebody. So now like I've been in for a month. I'm like, I want to at least go somewhere, but it's just like the fear of the unknown. Like each week you hear, okay, it's going to be this date. Like earlier in the week, I heard it was May 15th. Now, it's June. So just the uncertainty.
June.
Yeah, now I hear that we're pushed back to June 1st now.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So it's just like that messes my mental up. I'm like, dang. And then like on top of that, like my allergies are acting up. So like Pastor Nick said, I'm like, dang, do I have the corona? But I haven't been out in 2 weeks. So how did I get it? So it's just messing with my mental state.
Yeah.
Like,
and it doesn't seem like the medical, professionals still have it all figured out.
right.
So that, even more, anxiety.
Yeah,
Right.
speaking from somebody who's working in the hospital, it's definitely a little different for the medical staff because like as it's coming in, that's how we're learning about it. It's like it's not something that you can read about and be like, oh, okay,
Right.
you know exactly what to do. But it's like each case and every single day, there's different things that pop up. So they're handling it as much as they can with what they've got.
And that's all they can do because it change is different for everybody. So first they tell you don't panic. But then if you got these symptoms, call us. So it's like,
right.
And you had people dying. They said, I think yesterday or today was like 4,500 people died from it in one day.
Wow.
So, your first thought is, if you got these symptoms and you feel short of breath, never mind, you might be out of shape. You like, and you ran somewhere, seriously, I'm being serious.
Yeah.
You start getting nervous.
That's true.
And you start wondering, like, then you call them. They're like, well, do you have this? Yes, you have this. No, well, stay home.
Yeah.
And I get it from their side. It's hard. But at the same time.
How are they able to fully make a conclusion whether or not you have it? Because I've heard, too, that they're sending a lot of people home, just going off those checklists, but then they actually do have it.
Go ahead, Shania. You working there.
So mainly like if you come in and you're presenting symptoms, like there's qualifying questions that we ask at the front desk in order to figure out if you're going to be on the hot side, which are like possible corona patients, or if you're going on the cold side, which means like you're here for just like a finger lack or something like that. But from the most part, from what I understand is like if you come in and you're short of breath, you have a cough, you have a fever, those are the 3 qualifying things that they're looking for. And they put you on the hot side and you're automatically swabbed for corona. So it's like you get swabbed for it and then you wait. They'll tell you like there's really nothing we can do for you right now. And like they tell you to go home and quarantine yourself. And then you get your results back. I think the days have now like gotten a lot faster where you can get your results. But before it was like 3 to 5 days. So people were coming in and they wouldn't find out they had corona until like 3 or 5 days later. Whereas now I think it's like 1 to 2 days.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. And the thing that's hard is like they'll tell you stay home 14 days if you have it. If it gets worse, then come in. But here's the problem. I think they're having so many deaths out now because by the time you go to the hospital, your fever's already 104. You already need a ventilator. So the likelihood of you coming out isn't that high. I mean, I get it. They can't accept everybody into the hospital that has the virus.
Right.
By the time you get there, you're already like deep into it. So that's a challenging part that people have is so much of that uncertainty. And to bring God into it, I think that's where, we need to be cautious and make sure we're not putting ourselves in a position unnecessarily. And that doesn't mean that you won't get it just from some random thing, but also trusting God enough to know that if he has a future for your life, he has you. That in an uncertain world, you serve a certain God. Put it that way.
That's right there.
You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead. Somebody comment in there.
I felt that in my spirit right there, like but I it's funny. I think a lot of the older songs help out now. Like I've been singing hymns in my head a lot because they talk a lot about holding on, trusting in God. On Christ the solid rock you stand. Because right now the stuff about God gonna bless and prosper your life. You like, look, can I make it till tomorrow? You know what I mean?
I need some hope.
It's true. It's true.
Right.
I had that hope.
Right. You hear a lot of hope stuff, but it's an interesting time, and I don't want to talk too much because I'm a preacher. I can start going.
Yeah. Like thinking about like faith and common sense, like balancing out, having that faith and just trusting. But still use in mind and like wearing your mask and being proactive and making sure that you're healthy. Pastor, you posted a meme I think the other day, kind of about that I thought was right on point.
I don't think he heard you.
Oh, I heard you. I thought you was going to tell that. I know what you to say.
No, I'm asking you about it.
Oh. I was like, we're talking about it. I was going to sit there and chill. So, I got
a problem with the mask. I think that's the only thing I got to get adjusted to.
Yeah.
The first time it was mandatory for us to wear masks, and I went into Target. It looked like we was in like a scary movie or something. I'm like, making me nervous, man.
So tell me something, y'all. Now, so the meme. I'll say this. That I asked this question. So the meme said, if you go on my Instagram page, my Instagram is nsmith1128.
Yeah.
Says I don't need no mask or hand sanitizer. God will protect me. I trust God. And the person gets sick, and he says, God, I trusted you, but you didn't protect me. He says, my son, I gave you a mask, sanitizer, told you to stay socially distant, stay home, stay safe, but you didn't.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But tell me something. So I'm home. I'm coming. I know people that are watching. What's that? Those movies, Contagion.
Yeah.
Why are you watching that movie during this time? What are you doing?
Crazy.
Outbreak is actually a good movie. I'm sorry. Outbreak is really a good movie. I'm sorry.
You watch it during the time?
Well, no, I watched it for in high school during my science class. So it was crazy when this all started happening. It came on Netflix out of nowhere. I'm just like, why would they put this on here, even though I still watch it? But I'm like, why would they put it on here during this time, still scaring people? Like,
well, people are watching it. They're watching it. They're like, oh, let's watch Outbreak. Let's watch Contagion. I'm like, no.
Their anxiety, man.
Yeah. And then you all super anxious after it's over. Oh my God, what happened to us? Turn it off.
Right.
Turn it off.
Jody said people are trying to find answers. That might be.
Well, why you going to Outbreak to find the answer? Go read your Bible or something, you know.
To them, that's boring right now. For some of them,
really.
Yeah, I heard somebody said that to me. They was like,
Great, Antoine. Sorry.
They were saying reading the Bible. They was like, yeah, that's not helping me right now. I was like, but you're a Christian.
Oh wow.
Well, we learned last week on our live that Maya is finally starting to read her Bible during this quarantine time.
Oh my gosh, that's not what I said.
It took the quarantine to make her read her Bible.
I said I get to read it more.
you didn't say more first. You said I get to read my Bible.
That's what I meant.
It's on the live. You can go back and see.
Parents are deacons, Maya. What's going on?
Gosh.
And they're both women.
Look, the Bible says work out your own soul salvation. They ain't their fault. That's not their fault.
I read my Bible, okay?
Good.
Yeah, so somebody said their boyfriend does that for some reason, feeding faith over fear. Now, I am that type of guy where if you watch a scary movie with me and you cover your face, is it over? Yes. As soon as you take your hand off, I would do that in a heartbeat. Yeah. It's entertainment. So let's talk about some. We talked about worry and uncertainty. Let's talk about some things that we're trying to accomplish during this time. So I think that without, usually when y'all fresh, y'all go to Applebee's or something like that, which I still don't understand why y'all love Applebee's so much.
It's convenient.
We really don't. We really don't.
We went like that one time. We stepped it up. Where did we go last time?
It's just always
Champs. Let's Chicken the Beach.
Champs.
y'all just with the Champs last month. Y'all were going to Applebee's.
No, chicken and beets.
Chickens and beets. That's right. Y'all been going to Applebee's for all those months.
Yeah.
Right.
Betty, people just put me on blast.
I told you I was gonna have some fun tonight. So, what was I saying? Y'all done messed up my train of thought.
What are we trying to?
What are y'all trying to? Since y'all got more time, let's talk about some stuff you guys want to accomplish. So I'll go first. I bought a lamb shank from the store. Oh yeah, that's right, Kimmy. It was bougie too.
I'm sure it was.
So y'all know we were fasting Easter weekend. And before I left the house to come to church door at 10 o'clock live, I put it in the oven because you got slow cooking. Because I wanted to make sure it was done by the time I got home. Because when that 1 o'clock hit,
yeah,
bruh, it was right there. Look, but try new things. So I'm getting back on writing my book again, and I'm actually writing a devotional too.
Nice.
So I'm starting on that too during this time. Because I want to be able to maximize as much of this time as possible, even though it feels like I'm busier now than I was before. So let's talk about that some more. And let's share some stuff. So we know Maya already is going to start reading her Bible more. She's maximizing her moment to do that. But We'll just go around and y'all share to help the people.
Oh my
What are
goodness.
y'all doing in this season to maximize your moments of crisis?
Well, I'm getting back into the flow of writing my book. It's a process because sometimes, I mean, you can attest. You'll get inspiration and you're good, and then it's just like where to go sometimes.
Mhm.
So purposely setting time in the morning because that's probably where my mind is the clearest.
Okay.
To write the book. I've been writing music for Emerge.
Nice.
Some things that's going to come out soon. Got Mama Gill and Blair listening to it.
Good.
Nice.
What else? Homework that keeps me busy. And that's pretty much it, really. Oh, starting a blog. Yes.
Nice.
Oh,
That's going to be a setup for the book.
Oh, sweet. That's a good process.
Mm-hmm.
That's sweet. That's Deacon Antoine McGee.
hey, Deke, you got that?
Look, man, it's been keeping me busy, man. So.
You know what's crazy? No, I can't tell the story. Never mind. Go ahead. I thought I was like, because somebody told me something crazy last week, and I was like, I can't tell the story online. Because great. Next person.
Who's next?
You, Kevin.
Oh, me. Oh, okay.
All I'll say is don't get in trouble during the quarantine. Go next person. Good.
So I will say I've been busy with work a lot with working at the college and everything. So the program that I'm working for, this time I just been utilizing the time to realize the weaknesses in the program to prepare for next year because they said that this virus may pop up next year again and stuff like that. So now my dean has us taking proactive steps to what action plans are we going to do and, how to stay connected. Because one thing that I'm learning during this quarantine is that staying connected with just family members, colleagues and my students is so important because you're just hearing so many reports where people are like feeling alone or feeling discouraged or like they're afraid during this time. So trying to keep people on task with what they have to do, especially like schoolwork or work in general. That's what's really been eating up a lot of my time. And like Pastor Nick said, I feel like working from home, I feel like I'm doing more at home than I did at work. So right now, I'm just really focusing on, okay, this is what's happening now. How can I, perfect my craft and work towards having an action plan if this does happen again, because it's feeling like this is our new reality.
Right.
Interesting. Okay.
Come on, Shania.
Kim, you sitting there looking. Come on. Somebody talk.
Mainly what I've been doing this entire time is just like working, and I've been catching up on a lot of schoolwork, making myself do everything early so I don't have to like worry about it at the end. But for the most part, that's really it.
You got a lot of work to do.
So, Shania, you're doing some more stuff. We talked about you applying for schools and stuff like that. Come on, you've been
scratching the back of your neck.
Can she hear us?
Yeah, she heard you.
Oh, now she's bashful.
Yeah, now.
Any other time. Now she's back.
We got you, girl.
Kimmy.
So I've had this habit of just like writing down ideas when I get them. I've been doing that for probably years. And so now I get to like sit down and take a look back at what I've written down. And there was a good acronym for it. One of my Facebook friends posted it. It says create SMART goals for like specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time limited.
Say it again. Everybody didn't get it. Say it again. One more time.
Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time limited. So I'm kind of taking some of those ideas that I think could work and then putting this scale to it, getting a timeline together. So by the end of this, I'll have a game plan for like 3-4 things.
Nice.
I did start a font.
Okay, Kimmy, really?
Oh, you started.
That's awesome.
Good. Good.
Yes.
I created 2 before, like in college, but now I'm doing it for myself. I found out how to digitize it without, paying that whole for a whole nother software. So I'm gonna try that. So yeah,
Nice.
That's good, Joe. And you gonna monetize it, make some money off it, right?
gonna try. Yes, indeed.
Gonna try. That's what you're gonna do, girl.
Make that paper.
Yeah. Right. And remember your friends once you make it.
Of course. I like $5.
Look, all I want is some more pound cake. That's all. Don't even look like that.
Hey, Grandma. No.
Right.
We gotta order.
Right. That pound cake was good too. Maya was mad that pound cake was delicious.
It's good pound cake.
She was telling me to keep it a secret. I was trying, but
selfish.
She was being so stingy. I took a picture of me about he didn't send it to her. She was so mad. Y'all are getting Big Brother Pastor Nick's coming out tonight. That's what y'all getting. What y'all getting. That's what y'all getting.
Yes.
So because I want all of us to everybody watching this and even all of us in this room to write down. So say this thing does last until say June. Oh. It's another 2 months. Because honestly, what they're talking about is the way they're trying to phase it. Since New Jersey and New York are the hardest hit, we're probably gonna be one of the last ones to really open up stuff unless there's like this drastic drop. They're saying that some concerts and stuff won't happen until next year. Yeah. So they may say like large mass gatherings won't be permitted until like next year sometime, and only small stuff. Yeah, like maybe like 50 people, 20 people, because they don't want to blow up again. But if say this thing does last through the summertime, right? I don't want it to either. look at Kevin's face. I don't know. No, he's looking at something else. He's not.
I'm reading the comments. No,
right. So I want everybody watching, right, and everybody, all of us included, to write down like 2 or 3 things that you want to accomplish by April, by July, by end of July. So my podcast, I got it. I forgot, but I got it. My podcast. I didn't say anything. I know, but that look, you gave me that mother look. My podcast, I'm starting that soon. So once I get on that, I just gotta get I need a graphic for it, don't I? Or a picture. I need a picture. We'll talk about that later. Get a picture for it. My podcast, I'm putting myself on the deadline. I need to have that thing started by the end of this, at least recording pictures by the end of this month, early May. All right. Always remember something, y'all. If you don't put it on a calendar, it's just a wish. Put a date on it.
Somebody
put a date on it.
Gotta put a date on it.
Put a date on it. Did you sing it like put a ring on it? Like
she definitely
no, you're fine. You have to put a date on it. They say a goal without a date is just a wish. And what we keep saying is just someday. Someday is not on the calendar, y'all. Someday's not on the calendar. You have to figure out a day when you want to do it. So matter of fact, tonight, everybody watching, even those of us that are on the panel, we need to start putting some dates to some stuff.
Okay.
Oh, y'all thought y'all was gonna come and just have some fun. We're gonna hold each other accountable too.
I didn't know this was a workshop.
What do you think it was gonna be?
All right. We're just gonna fight in front of all the people.
This is like another fresh meeting.
Yeah, in front of everybody.
Hello, in front of everybody, just for the world to see, and all the thousands of people that are going to watch us over the next couple weeks. What we do? Well, but everybody watching, live or if you're watching it after, I need you to put a date to it. Put a date to it. Someday is not a date on the calendar.
Let me write this down so I don't forget. Go ahead and listen.
Write your goals out. Put a date on it. When you want to start it. When you want to complete it, whenever. So I'm putting it out there. Now, doesn't mean the podcast is going to drop in May per se.
But you just want to record it.
I need to start getting it recorded. I need to at least get the picture. I already got my name for it. Did I tell you the name, Maya? I told you, right?
Yeah, you did.
Okay. Yeah. So I got the name for it. I just got to start putting the stuff out there. And now I got the time to do it. Hey, Tamara. Hey, Tamara. Des is going to be on the next one. We have another millennial parent. We're going to have 6 people on here at one time. So the next one we're going to do next week, we're going to have like a couple more people, and we're going to mix up the groups each time and see how we piece it in. So y'all got that?
Yep.
Got it.
Yep.
I'm start calling y'all by your government names and just y'all got it.
Yeah,
so, we got it. And we're going to hold each other accountable. Now, Kevin, You and Shania talk a lot. Hold her accountable. You hold him accountable.
We're not friends. Just
Got
LeBoo and Marriott, y'all BFFs. Y'all hold each other accountable. And mine's gonna hold me accountable anyway. So, and Antoine, me, we work together.
Yeah.
Hold each other accountable.
Yeah, I got.
So I got 2 accountability partners because Maya and Antoine gonna work on me. Because she's gonna do it naturally anyway.
Yeah.
So put a date to it, y'all. Now I hope this thing does not last forever.
Please.
But in the meantime, we have to figure out how to make most use of this time. A lot of people are losing their mental and their emotional because they're not staying productive. You can't stay in the house and just watch TV all day.
Nope.
Right.
And just work. We're social creatures, so we got to find some way to socialize responsibly.
Yeah.
Right.
But also we're created to be productive too. So we can't use this just as a vacation.
Right.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I feel like that's how a lot of people's mindsets were too in the beginning.
Yeah, they was chilling because they didn't think it was going to last this long. They thought it was going to be 3 weeks and going to be over.
Yeah, like I'm gonna take a little vacation.
Yeah.
And now we're what, a month and some change in it? Is it a month?
Yeah, because we got shut down on the March 17th.
It was the middle of March.
It was the middle of March, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Literally. This is how it went down, right? We were in here taping. It was a Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
We were in here taping something with Bishop. Something completely different. We got notice in the middle of him taping that they were doing this. The shutdown was starting Saturday night. That means that the service we had planned for that Sunday, we couldn't do it. He had to tape his message right there. Thank God it was done. He had to tape his message right there. All right.
Yeah.
Oh wait, he's on pause.
We see you in the background.
I can see you in the background.
You froze.
Uh-oh.
He's frozen. I was about to say, wait.
You're the only one who's frozen.
The Wi-Fi on that side of the church.
This is the sanctified area right here.
Right.
Y'all might have to share.
Try going up.
Yeah, that side. That's the side I sit on. I never get service on that side, so I'd never get Wi-Fi, so I don't even attempt to be on my phone.
Wi-Fi is actually really good on the pulpit.
Yeah, when nobody.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we gotta get it fixed up.
All right, he's gonna check him back in.
Well, we just might as well keep the combo going.
All right, well, how about you answer? What are some questions in the or a comment?
We got somebody talk about gaining 50 pounds.
Oh my gosh,
50 pounds.
Struggle.
The core.
Hey, that's real. That's real.
The struggle is real.
Listen, stop eating everything, okay? Space your meal.
Listen, it's a little hard. It's hard out here.
It's boring.
All you got to do is sleep, eat, and that's it.
Oh, I like that. Rhonda Brown, shift the wish to a goal, put a date to it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
That's so true.
That's a
I feel like too, like
right
not putting that date to it is just an excuse not to get it done.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Easier said than done with the food. I'm sorry, Jody. I'm just saying. You know.
I like this.
I mean,
let's see who else is in here.
What's up, Desmond? See you in there. Is he back?
He's still trying to get himself together.
oh, there he is. All right.
The devil tried to block me, but no. He said, "Son, you're coming back." Hallelujah. Yes, Lord.
He's back and he's better.
Someone had a question. He's talking about rest versus productivity.
Oh,
What'd you say? What is it?
Rest
versus productivity?
Talk about rest versus productivity.
That's a good question, Jody.
Come on.
There's Jody.
Look at that picture, Jody.
go Jody. Go Jody.
Jody's an actress. You better
Get out to Jody.
She giving us the actress pose.
Go ahead, Jody. Go ahead, Jody. I ain't mad at you, Jody.
Can y'all tell me before we get into this? Why when a lot of women take pictures, not like actor pictures and stuff like that, but like just online? Why don't y'all smile? What's up with the model look at every picture. Because everything's just,
Nice.
huh?
It's called a smile with
Yeah.
your eyes.
You
What's wrong with
smile
smiling?
Your eyes.
I never mastered that. I don't know.
Everything's like it's either duck lips, or no, the duck lips are gone, or it's that pouty. Now it's a pouty. Kind of like what? Why? Smile.
There's no sense
Anyway.
to it.
Come on, Shania, answer the question.
Anyway. So
I don't know.
here's the difference between rest versus productivity, right? All right. Let me explain this in this way. Let me take the circuitous route to get there.
That was a big word.
Yes.
I'm gonna look it up later.
The circuitous, the circular route. I'm gonna get there. We're gonna go circular. We're gonna get there. So, in God, you're actually supposed to find rest while you're productive. Okay. Productivity does have its stresses to it due to the fall. So I'm not saying that people can't rest, take a break. I'm all for it. Take a nap if you can. You know, if you want to, like, I still watch shows to kind of rest my brain, or I'll play my PlayStation to rest my brain, or I'll watch stuff on YouTube to kind of relax a little bit. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Yeah. But I can't substitute I can't let my rest interfere with my productivity. Mm-hmm. Meaning this, if I'm as productive as I can be, that'll give me a right to like how to lay down and rest. But the other part about rest and productivity too is when you're doing something that you actually like doing, and when you're kind of cool with it, rest comes with it.
Yeah,
there's a certain relaxation that comes with like doing all this stuff is hard work, and it can be very taxing. But I also realized that, like Adam in the garden, Adam had to work the garden, and God called that rest. Mm-hmm. The garden was a paradise in which he had to work.
It's in.
I think it's how you view it.
Right.
So if I view everything that I do as so hard, I don't like it, this sucks, it's not going to be restful.
Right.
But it's not until you see what you do as impacting, as helping, as doing. You may be tired, you may be drained physically, sometimes emotionally, but you'll find rest in it, some comfort in it. And then watch this, you use sleep as a weapon.
Ooh.
That's a quote.
Sleep is a weapon.
That's really good.
I go to sleep so I can get my energy to go back and be productive again.
Wow. Somebody put that in there.
Sleep is a weapon.
Yeah, somebody put that in there. That's gonna be.
You gotta look at it as a tool. And here's the crazy thing: the older you get, the less sleep you need. I don't know why, but I'm trying to tell you something. When you get older, your sleep changes. You up. I don't know what it's biologically for most people, but it's different. But you find your moments to chill.
Yeah.
And the other thing too is this: you have to also be careful in stressful times not to find your rest in negative things, or you'll become like Samson and use sin to be your thing to relax.
That's good.
Wow.
That's really good.
So after you get done doing something, you do this to take the edge off.
Right.
Come on, talk to me now. You do it to take the edge off. And here's the thing, y'all. It's tempting because when you're stressed, it's tempting to find relief in all the wrong things.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, whether it's a person, whether it's something on you're not supposed to be watching on your phone or whatever, or just anything, or just, you know, when you get home, you just take it out and just you know, and just and you throwing them back. You know, you have to be careful not to use non-stressful things, because here's the thing: sin will immediately relieve you for the moment, but then the guilt that comes along with it after,
right?
It's not worth it.
You don't get much rest after that,
right?
And trust me, I get it. The more you do, the more you want to just find something that's going to take your mind off of everything. So it's one of those things to understand that my purpose is greater than my rest sometimes. And I'll use rest as a weapon to help me do my purpose. Again, it doesn't mean you don't get tired. You don't get frustrated. You know, I have my weeks too, where I don't feel like doing nothing. But you learn, you learn to submit to your assignment. There it is. As long as you see it as a stressful thing, and that's it, the harder it will be to carry it. Once you start seeing it as your assignment and you submit to it and say, this is what I got to do, you get up and do your thing.
Oh, that's good.
And then like Jesus, you go find some moments to get away. He was always somewhere. They come find him. He praying or he sleeping. I'm not saying you can't relax. Just and the hard part being quarantined with people you live with.
Mm-hmm. Talk about it.
You used to be able to leave the house to get a break. Now you gotta find a room. They come find you in the room. What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
It's like everybody to their corners.
Right.
For real.
Corner room, daddy. What y'all was I thought y'all was watching your show downstairs, but you want to come there and make me. Okay. Anyway, I'm talking a lot. Sorry.
No, you're good.
That was a good question, Jody.
Good
That's a
question.
really good question. I hope I answered it right, but that's just my thoughts on it.
Yeah, and
Does
then
anyone else online have questions that they want to ask too? Leave them in the comments.
Let me ask y'all a question. So if you guys got a question, type them in the comments. Do you think that? I think this is something that Jody may be getting to. Do you think that because the environment, the world itself is a little stressful, that it's adding to your normal stresses of life? And so that's part one of the question, because now you're worried about what's going on top of what you're already doing. And think about this too, like Kevin was saying earlier, Antoine and some of us, it's easier to work in your office because you don't have the temptation of the things at your house.
Yeah.
So working from home is harder. It's like working out at the gym is easier working out at home.
Yeah, I
The
can't.
hard part is getting to the gym, but once you're there, you're fine.
Right.
So I tell myself every day I'm gonna work out at home, and it ain't happening.
I can't do it.
I haven't done it yet.
Yo,
I'm not even gonna try.
I put on my jeans. I was like, whoa, brother, whoa. I wore some sweatpants yesterday on purpose. Like, sweatpants don't judge you like that because that elastic in there.
Oh, that was funny.
All right. So anyway, what do y'all think about that? That might be a good question. Is what's going on in the world adding to anxiety?
Absolutely.
And how can we by faith overcome that? There you
go. The first thing I would say, and we've been saying it since this happened, is trust God. Ultimately, like Bishop taught us before this even happened, faith and common sense. I would say, remember in whose hands you're in. Try to quote as much as you can.
Right.
Keep your distance from folk. And as Pastor Nick and Bishop has said throughout the weeks, don't go to the news for your revelation.
Yeah.
Get your information from it, but be out. Like, I don't even watch the news now, just because. Like, if I need to get the update, my grandmother tells me. So
yep.
I don't even watch it. But that's basically what I've been doing, just remembering what God said. Remembering who I am in Him, and like trying to pray that anxiety down. But then you can work through it too.
Sure.
You can use your gifts, your talents, your hobbies to kind of bring yourself down to a normal state.
Right.
I think for the most part, I've been okay. I think there is like an underlying source of anxiety because like both my parents are high risk. So now just them going to the house or
y'all stay home.
Please.
Right.
Yes.
Like my mom,
you guys are on there. Mom and dad, stay home.
My mom is a shopper, so she has to get out. But
I'm gonna pray that demon off for her.
Yes, I do get a little anxious when she leaves. Like the other day, she left and she didn't say bye. I was like, "You didn't say bye." Like I'm just going down the street. But so it's just like that type of thing.
Yeah.
Like you said, Antoine, just feeding into my faith, reading the Bible, going back, looking back at the sermons Pastor Nick and Bishop did that been keeping me sane throughout this whole process. Man.
Your mom gonna beat you behind. She's like, really?
I know. I ain't worried about it. It's okay.
You say that now till you get home.
Right.
Just run.
Anybody else? How's your mental health and your emotional side holding up? Because there's some people that especially extroverts. Introverts are kind of doing pretty much somewhat okay, but extroverts are having a hard time.
I got a little bit of both.
Because they're used to being around people, and now they're like, I need to talk to somebody. I need to touch somebody. I need to, But go ahead, somebody share. Come on, Kevin.
I will say, because I'm a social person, so like I said earlier, it's hard for me right now because I love talking to people because I learn through communicating through different people and networking with different people. So whether it's through work or just at church, I'm telling you, I'm loving the online content, but I cannot wait till we get back to the sanctuary, because it's something about being in the sanctuary and just touching and agreeing with just the congregation and just with the worship and the word and everything. Not that I'm not loving everything online, but it's just a whole nother level when, you're in it. So definitely your atmosphere. And what I've been trying to do is I'm all about atmosphere and just the setting. So I always try to set my atmosphere by just, just still listen to my worship music, still just staying connected through church, through watching the videos and everything, like Maya said. But I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna sit up on this live and lie to you. It's been difficult, but just trying to keep myself encouraged, and by doing that is just staying connected through doing stuff like this. So I appreciate you guys.
We're gonna start doing some more lives. We need to do some extrovert videos, just talking to them. Just, are you okay? All right. Get it all out, right? I get it. Shania, you ain't said nothing like 20 minutes.
Because I'm really trying over here. I don't know what it is with my sound, but it's in and out. So I'm catching every other thing. So I don't want to speak and mess anything up. But for the most part, I can hear everything that you're saying.
Okay. Well, we can hear. Actually, you're not breaking up when you talk, so you can say something if you want to. Looking like your mama. Looking like your mama. Good.
For the most part, I am an extrovert, so I feel like I've kind of been going a little bit crazy, but being able to work has been very easing for me because I'm still able to get out and still able to speak to people and speak to the patients. But I can definitely understand how it's messing with people's mental health and stuff like that, because like you said, from the beginning, we never thought that this was going to last this long. Who thought we would be a month into quarantine? I certainly did not think that this would be happening. I did not think that we would be possibly thinking about continuing this until the summertime. So I can see exactly how this messes with people's mental health.
Go ahead, Kimmy. This private chat is hilarious.
Yeah, I'm reading. Yeah.
I agree. I mean,
you probably saw it, Kevin. I'm sorry. Good.
Okay. No, I agree. It's definitely, even as an introvert, it's definitely taxing because I am used to doing things on my own, but doing it in my own space. So now I'm confined to staying inside with, my mother and my grandmother, and I'm just like, I need to take a drive.
Right.
Before curfew, of course, but
before curfew.
But yeah, I can definitely see how it would be hard for people who who need human interaction and who need, especially everybody needs human interaction, and it's just it's an adjustment. Even as an introvert, I'll say, because I'm not facing with people for the majority part of the day. So, and everything's an email and everything's text, and that dinging can really, that can really get to you. I put my phone on airplane mode a couple of times.
Yeah.
Give me the window seat. I don't want nobody next to me.
That's what we're doing.
Yo, Kimmy's coming out with all the hits, yo.
Kimmy is hilarious.
It's just so subtle. She's just so serious that it just slides right out.
Give her a window seat. Lord, help her.
But definitely, like Maya said, it's definitely made me recenter on God and what His will is for me, and really honing in and stopping and being still and listening to His voice and saying, okay, God, you've allotted me this time. What is it that you will have me do? So,
come on now.
That's kind of where I'm at.
That's a good thought. Is God, I'm in this season, so what do I have to learn during this time about me?
Yep.
Because Pastor Nick, what do you think? I think this is setting us up for the greatest move of ministry that we'll ever experience after this.
You know what's interesting? God has a funny way of, when this first started happening, the scripture just kept popping in my head, and the gates of hell will not prevail. This church is built on Jesus. The church is not built on a man or on a building. The church is built on him. And the church has taken on different forms throughout the years. And who would have thought that we would have to have church online for a month and some change?
Right.
Yeah.
And adjust how we do it for this time being. And then when we get back in, I believe that God's going to he's working right now.
Right.
Yeah.
I think he's working right now. That's the thing. He's working right now. And I don't know what he's going to ultimately do in the end. I don't know how it's going to culminate. All my job is to trust him that it's going to work out. Like we said on Wednesday, everything beautiful in his time.
Yeah, that was good.
Watch everything. Watch the Wednesday Bible study. We're going to do part 2 this next Wednesday, but everything in his time, and trusting God and offering God what he requires, and trusting him. Y'all get on my nerves, and trusting him through this whole process. I think we're going to see people get saved and, worship. Look at Felice came in, y'all.
Felice.
Where
you see Felice?
She's in the comment section.
Oh, yeah, there she is. I see.
She's in the comment section. What's up, Felice Navidad? Right, Jody. Right. So
y'all want this pretzel tray, huh?
Right. People are liking our transparency. We're being real here. So we're trusting, we're learning how to continue to trust God through this. So I saw Pastor Prescott put this on social media on Bishop Anthony's live. She's studying faith like crazy right now. So if there's an area that you need to study, so say you're struggling with peace or trust or hope, study those areas in scripture now. A lot of things, Lord, talk to me, tell me what to read in my Bible. What are you struggling with? Start there. Start there, learning how to overcome that struggle.
Well,
so if you're feeling very anxious during this time, then maybe you need to study some scriptures on peace and wholeness and faith and trust. All that's interwoven, and learning how to maintain your trust in God. And trusting God doesn't mean that everything's going to work out the way you want it to work out.
Yeah.
My philosophy is this: I believe God for the great, and I trust him in the worst.
Yeah.
That's where we have to be. Because remember, Ecclesiastes 3 is a time for this, time for that, time to die, time to live, time to plant, time to and the seasons change. And what we do is we look at the seasons we don't like as a devil. And we start rebuking the devil's bringing the bad season. No, that's the ebb and flow of life.
Yeah.
Right.
Time for joy, time for sadness. That's the ebbs and flows of life. And you have to be able to navigate all those ebbs and flows. And that's important.
We're getting some questions in. The first one's from Del Rose. How do you keep your faith?
You keep your faith by feeding it. Meaning this, it's very simple. I need to feed myself with what God says, right? And I got to trust the Holy Ghost to help faith develop in me. Because you can read the Bible and not get it. You need the help of the Holy Ghost to understand it. The help of the Holy Spirit to be able to learn what you need to learn. The help of the Holy Spirit to be able to receive what's being said. So it's one of those things where disciples, they asked and said, increase our faith. And one of my favorite prayers, and it's a prayer I think most Christians pray, is what the Father prayed in Mark chapter 9. I believe, help my unbelief. One side of me believes, the other side of me is struggling to believe. Help my unbelief. So you have to feed your faith and ask God to help your unbelief. And draw on your testimonies. God brought you through a whole lot.
Right.
Remember that.
He brought you through a whole lot. And, he can bring you through this too. So that's one of the ways. And watch we talk a lot about this in our videos. Go back and watch some of our Bible studies on our Bethany Facebook page and YouTube and stuff like that. We've been, for the past month we've been putting out videos on trusting God and faith. Go feed on a lot of that.
Yeah. And then if you want, you can read Psalm 105. It talks about remembering God's promise.
There you go.
And that'll help with your faith as well.
Lord, keep me. How
question here too.
How the church deal with social distance? You know what? I was thinking about that today. It depends on what the government requires, because most likely they're probably going to require most people to come, when they go out, to wear masks. So people might have to wear masks to church. If we come back early, you might see mine on. I love y'all, but
6 feet, 6 feet.
Hold up, chill out. You don't know me.
Virtual hugs. I'm trying to tell you something, man. Like, look, I love y'all, but this thing is over. Then we can go back and hug it. And no, man. So I don't know. We'll see what the government says. But they might have they may have some guidelines. Only like 100 people in the room, 50 people in the room.
Wow.
We just have to go based off of that. So
that's gonna be hard.
Yeah. So we don't know.
Congratulations, Stephanie, on your 5th grandbaby.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Got a grandbaby.
Exciting.
Good. Nice work. Yeah, we've been on this thing for almost an hour. What time we done?
That's okay, Pastor Nick.
I'm starting to get tired. I'm like, time I gotta go back in my office and do some stuff.
How was you, Pastor Nick?
Huh?
With the kids?
How's what?
With the kid?
The movies?
Yeah, the troll. What was it?
Trolls 2? I wasn't paying attention. They were watching. I just couldn't get into it. So I was like, I was on my phone. We had movie night with the kids. They wanted to watch Trolls 2. $20. Wow. I made them watch it 6 times in a matter of 2 days to get all because it's 20. You rent it for 48 hours. I said you're gonna watch it Sunday night, twice on Monday, 5 times, sorry, and twice on Tuesday. y'all gonna get my $20 worth. But they wanted to keep watching it, so I was like, good, justify my money. Praise the Lord.
Got one more question in here.
Yeah, do you have time for one more question?
I saw that
from Tamara.
I believe God is doing something for us all in this season. How do you discern?
I receive it.
What God is doing for you right now? I think sometimes that I think some of it is simple. Some of the simple things are the basic stuff that we need to take care of that we should have been taken care of. Mm-hmm. Those are some stuff like clean your closet out. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff. Clean your house if you need to. Those things, those basic things. But I think God speaks to everybody differently, and and sometimes it's just an impression. Like He'll put a desire on your heart, and when we read God gives you the desires of your heart, we always read that like that scripture is only talking about reception. But you actually could read it that God gives you the desires of your heart as God actually putting the desire in your heart.
Yeah.
The reception of what's in your heart is then based off what you do, not what God does. Because it's God's job to put the desire in your heart.
Wow.
And that's how He gives you the desires of your.
I never would have thought of it like that.
We always quote that scripture.
I never thought about it in that aspect.
Yeah, we always quote that. We always quote that scripture from the reception standpoint. Yeah. If I desire it, He's gonna give it to me. That's not how it works. That's not even fully biblical. Think about it. When God does miracles, He requires the person to do something. So what God does, He'll put the desire in your heart and says, "Work the desire." Right. I'll put it in you to want to write a book, or put it in you to want to start a business, or put it in you to want to start a blog, or put it in you to want to do this ministry thing. I want to put it in you to do this. And He puts a desire there. Now the question is, what are we going to do with that desire? I'm preaching right now. Come on.
You are.
You definitely are.
What are you going to do with that desire? And some of us, watch this, have had the desire for a long time. And we kept saying, well, God, when are you going to do it? And God's looking at you saying, when are you going to do it? It was my job to give you the desire. It was your job to work it.
Woof.
Wow.
I ain't got nothing else to say now.
Oh.
Ain't got nothing.
All right, well, good.
Mic drop.
So the question is, when are y'all going to do it? You got the desire. Now it's time to do it.
Right.
Yeah, I'm literally preaching to the quietest church in America. So listen, what we'll do is it's 9:00. I got to go do some stuff so I can go home. Are y'all good? Y'all got anything you want to share? No?
No, I think.
Thank y'all.
Ending.
That was cool. So thank y'all for joining us for our Millennial Talk. We'll probably come back next week. We'll have some of our other millennials join in, like Sister Jody, Sister Justice, a few other people, Desiree, you know, a few other people we can bring in. And what we'll do is each time we'll do it, we'll just rotate. So the people that are on now will be on with different groups of people, and we'll just kind of work out a schedule for us to be on to do this. Actually, I thought this was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. Y'all tell us if y'all liked it, and we'll be back. We'll try to do one next Friday because the fresh group literally meets next Friday. So I'm gonna try and see if I know somebody, if a guest can join us, somebody that I know that might be able to come on. Yeah, some of y'all may not know him, but he's a pastor friend I know in a different state. I'm gonna try and reach out to him to see if he can join us on the next call. So if not, we'll be back on next Friday at 8:00. We hope you guys enjoyed it. We love y'all. Do us a favor, share this with people. Let them know to watch this video. We dropped some pearls. We had a good time. We joked each other. We laughed. The millennials here at Bethany Baptist Church. We love y'all.
Hey.
See y'all later.
Be blessed, y'all.
Watch us on Sunday. Bye, y'all.
Bye.